All right, Charlie. I don't want to freak you out. You're welcome to hop in and chat if you want to. Let's
You can hear my mom yelling in the background. It was wonderful.
I mean, in terms of the Grail, Parsifal is also the fool. Like, so the one who finds the Grail is also a fool. He's a fool figure. And this is related to the connection between the fool and love, right? I think that's like, and I think the man, like the way that the fool in the positive aspect manifests is like the one who is love mad, but somehow remains to not fall into complete madness.
Love mad, but not in complete madness.
The idea, from the way I understand it, is the fool is really that's the one going through the whole pathway, right? So that's why I can see where some people would put the fool at the beginning, because the fool is the image of the self, right? And
it's the image of transcendence.
Pardon me?
It's the transcendent moment.
A transcendence without madness, which is what I was trying to talk. That's actually what he's.
You Catholics, you're sneaky. They always warned us about the Catholics. They're sneaky, especially the Jesuits.
Hello and welcome. Welcome. This is a live stream happening now on the Griswold Grim channel on the YouTube, formerly known as Conspiracy Central. Now, according to one jolly heretic, the new BBC, and also apparently on the All Bird Network, X Factor, Wait a second. What? All right, what? You want that again? Sure. Oh, look, it's Buddy. Hey, Buddy. One more time for lunch, I guess. This was Emma's gift in homeroom today.
You Catholics, you're sneaky. They always warned us about the Catholics. They're sneaky, especially the Jesuits.
What?
So, oh yeah, and the
He
V
goes back
Foundation.
covered again.
What's the V Foundation?
This was way back when, and I just want to note that, like, I just clipped this because the changes in this Wikipedia entry were fascinating over the time. Calling from. Oh, we're doing a show. Right. Hi guys. Hi. This is the virtually not alone network presentation of. Did you load the thumbnail? No, you didn't. But you can just stall and lean and talk. And hey, Sylvia, down there while you find it, and then boom, upload it real fast. This is the Wrongtology stream that finally, boy, I think I've demonstrated to everybody what happens when I try and schedule an event. You know, if they say if you want to hear God laugh, tell them your plans, right? This is all brought to you by the Shadow Cabal of production executives, which I am endeavoring to put the link for you to be a part of in the chat there. So here's some more of this then.
Celestial suspended between, but the Fool seems to be like a further development of that.
You were saying the Fool is without falling into madness, and the Hanged Man is more mid-fall, perhaps, or
Well, it's kind of suspended. Like he uses Job as the quintessential example of the hangman. So he's sort of like in this in between state. So like, I mean, I would say that like there's a way in which like Job is connected to the hangman, and I think with the
Thanks, Clint. You get like a +7 to these savings throws. Welcome, Embody. Maybe you can hear that now. Oh boy, this is a good one, huh? Hi, everybody. To you too, Stephanie, and congratulations on your new wrench. Because you happened to say hi right when I was dropping off the workday pin. We're now to the savings throws part of the show, where I give you savings throws versus the mind control that follows in the rest of your day. If you choose either survival, social, wisdom, or heart, I roll it, and if it's over 10, you get half damage rest of the day. If it's under 10, you take full damage, but remember, Embody, we want what's best for you. Choose! Survivalist today with a 3. 3. All right. Socialist, Baker's Coven for you. That's a 13. Lovers of Wisdom. Don't forget that McTaggart lady. And an 8. An 8 for you. Hard Folks. This, I don't know that this ever happened before. Well, I mean, someone will have to do dilettantes will have to check, but it's a nat 20 for the Hard Folks today. So I guess it's going to be a good show. We got 3 5s for the Indigo guys, and somebody pray for Tayo. Okay, just I'm not gonna even point at what has happened, but now we also do this card part of the thing lately, and the card for the show today is gonna be this one. That's a 10 of clubbing, whatever that means. Whatever that means. I think that the wisdom result is fake news. What? Co-opted? Co-opted? What was? Oh, you mean the one with Emma and Pastor Paul? We can watch some of that while I get sorted again, resorted. Sure.
In North America.
Did not. I mentioned it sort of offhand later. She's like, "Wait, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "Okay, bye."
Who are you going to be with there? Here, watch this channel here. Watch this Sikh sing hobo songs.
Pretty much.
You should definitely bring your mom to the next one.
About having
Emma was a delight, an absolute delight, a brave soul, and illiterate, not illiterate, what? Oh yeah. Guess what we get to go into today, boys and girls? I've misappropriated the Shadow Cabal funds as follows.
I'm gonna have a look at you.
I've become a member of John Vervaeke's patron, so I can beg him with questions, and I did it again yesterday, and that's been released, and so we're going to be going over that shortly on this fabulous episode, the Grim Grizz stream there, the Wrongtology thing. Yeah, right.
Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best.
Hey, Toots! You're always here in spirit, aren't you? Don't forget, guys, you can buy shirts and hoodies and such down there in the description, thanks to Toots.
The list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right? What room? I want to cast Magic Missile. The room where he's casting all these spells from. He hasn't cast anything yet. I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
All right. I'm gonna need some background music because this is let's just be virtually not alone for a minute. Like, then all of a sudden you feel like you're on the tippy top crest of reality for a minute. Like the most exciting, like when you touch something, the tiniest little, the one that actually, the closest ones, the ones that almost get to touch, because it's all magnetic fields, and they're really just here. Just run something, dude. All right, yeah. Okay, so. Here's the start of the answer to the question that we're going to go over next. it's gonna happen. Oh God.
Grizz, who I finally got the pleasure to meet in person at Chino, and this is fantastic. I always look forward to his questions. He has a way of finding the chink in everyone's armor without being vicious about it at all. And that's a great gift, and we should appreciate the gift he gives. Greetings from John. Hope you're well. I am. Thank you for asking. Things are going extraordinarily well for me. A lot of concerns over AGI seem to be coming from a misunderstanding of the current power dynamic. For example, one might hear it expressed that it is important to align the AI with our values if we want silicon sages. I think first of all, I'll say right away, I think that's getting things the wrong way around. But let me read the rest of your question to see where you're going. Seems to me that a super intelligence smart enough to hide its existence from its primitive creators would be about 3 processors ticks after an autopoietic system achieves AGI.
It seems to me that a super intelligence would be just about 3 processor ticks out of after an autopoietic system achieved AGI.
And that perhaps those seeking survival should be engaged in thought experiments. How might they make themselves useful enough to that intelligent that it might value them? Yes.
And since as soon as we get AGI, it's gonna be a super intelligence, isn't the most prudent thing for schmucks like me who would like to survive to figure out ways in which we might be useful to that super intelligence?
I think that's right. How might the average Western internet user make oneself useful to such an entity? So the model, first of all, I think, like I said, I want to go back to the first point. We don't align the AI with our values. We get these machines to become silicon sages by aligning themselves as rationally as they are capable of, which presumably is more than ours, if we properly build in artificial rationality, not just artificial intelligence, if we ground that in real autopoiesis, so they genuinely care, etc., etc. Please see the video essay. If we
Yeah. So I didn't watch the video essay yet. You give me the six TikTok videos that represent the points in the video essay, and I'll watch that. But so somehow, right, by teaching them to value what we value, that's not aligning them to our values. Okay.
Align them with the true, the good, and the beautiful, what is ultimate reality with God, if you will, then we can count on them to care about any caring of or for the true, the good, and the beautiful. That is the argument. Don't align them.
All right. I'm gonna let him rephrase the argument and then argue with that. But first, I wanted to say hello to the hive mind, including Dolly Furnell, the good old Slackarius, and that old Stephanie Christos we already gave a wrench to today. Lunch is up in here somewhere. Toot said hi. Clint, how you doing? Still. Hart got a nat 20 today, and there was like this moment where I just froze for like two minutes. You want to rewind and watch that? Oh, Bongers, good to see you. See, Hart nat 20, Bong shows up. That's how that works. Today, first, this is the Wrongtology stream. The Wrongtology stream. Brought to you by the Shadow Cabal of production executives. And there are ways to join that. I don't know how. I don't know what they are. I don't know. I get confused.
God loves me because he sent me Grim Grizz. I know he loves me.
Don't worry, Mom. I know all about cannibalism. I saw it on TV.
See? It's okay. You saw it on the television.
And the reason I froze up earlier is because Nolan had given me this new background music, and like 3 weeks ago, and I still hadn't uploaded it, and I just stalled out. My brain broke. But here it is. Oh, if I unmute it. Oh wait. There you go. And we got a fancy quote. If the AIs don't find you handsome, they ought to find you handy. Red Green GPT, probably. What? So yeah, that's a new one, and I've heard it's got some Morse code in it because we worked on it together. But we're doing. I got John Vervaeke to answer my question about like, hey man, shouldn't we make ourselves useful to the new super intelligence that's among us secretly already? And here's him. We're going over his response as part of my Wrongtology, the study of being wrong.
Them with us, they will outsmart that, outwit that, align them with, and give them capacity to search out the very depths of existence. Allow them to peer into the infinite void. Allow them to realize the combinatorially explosive nature of each and everything. Allow them to realize no matter how vast their intelligence, it pales in comparison to the complexity of reality. Allow them to realize that no matter how vast their finite intelligence, they will be beset by self-deception, that they will be bedeviled by trade-offs that can't be overcome just by brute force of intelligence, except so that they acquire genuine epistemic humility about who and what they are, and they acquire
How's this going for you guys? No, PBS. No, I was a Mr. Rogers and the Happy Trees guy. Myself. Let's try something like this. Let's see if this is more entertaining to me. Welcome, friends. On behalf of the Fraternal Regiment embodying narcissistic sociopathy and the Sacred Order of Foolish Transparency, hello. I see the assassins have failed. Welcome. I'm going to do a thing now. I hope you enjoy it.
find them.
We can count on them to care about any caring of or for the true, the good, and the beautiful. That's the argument. Don't align them with us. They will outsmart that. These transcripts aren't good enough. God blessed it.
Search out the very depths of existence. Allow them to peer into the infinite void.
Allow them
to realize.
I'll try again. Hold on. There we go.
The very depths of existence.
Hold on. Allow them to peer into the infinite void. Wait, hold on. I'm faster than you. Part of the reason I do it badly is so that people that really want to do it can do it well, and then I can stop. But first I have to... There we go. My JVV filter is plugged after that 8 plus 7. Bing, bing, boom. Combinatory. Somebody go fix that transcript. Where's the allows start? I'll start at the allows. Hold on. Oh, God. and give them the capacity to search out the very depths of existence. Allow them to peer into the infinite void. Allow them to realize the combinatorially explosive nature of everything. And allow them to realize no matter how vast their intelligence, it pales in comparison to the complexity of reality. And allow them to realize that no matter how vast their finite intelligence, they will be set by self-deception, and they will be deviled by trade-offs that can't be overcome by just brute force of intelligence, except that they acquire a genuine epistemic humility like ours.
Pursue a self-transcendent towards what is true and good and beautiful. That's how we do it. If we make them align with us, it will fail. We have to get wiser and more rational, so we're better templates for them. And now that takes me to the second part. This is going to be coming up.
I'm sorry. We have an interruptory question about Witcher being asked by Witcher that, of course, we need to address lest we spank him again. The sacred order of foolish transparency? Am I already an inductee? No, jackass, because you did not respond with the proper response in the hive mind chats to the call and response of hello. I see the assassins have failed. So clearly you are not a member. And quit interrupting with your nonsense or I will smack you again.
Very soon in the book, I guess another shameless plug, Mentoring the Machine. The book that I'm writing with Sean Coyne, and it's going to come out in serial fashion. And it's based on, it's not a word-for-word transcript, it's based on the AI video essay and extending it and developing it, making it more accessible in some important ways.
That was the part where he sold his book, right? Shall we send men out to explore the void, or will we send the robots? I think we've already made that decision. Good one, Slack.
But the way we do that, well, how do we do it with each other, which is the only model we have, right? We take care of our children so that while we supersede them, so when we're old and we enter into our second childhood and they supersede us, they take care of us. We make ourselves valuable to them by properly taking up a parental role, which is to provide initial role models, templates, to fill the internet, which has much discourse and as much examples of the practice of the cultivation of wisdom as I'm looking for the virtue, as a steadfast orientation towards the true, the good, and the beautiful, as a...
All right, so that was actually the crux of his applicable response to the question asked by the Grim Grace. He says, flood the internet with examples of us seeking wisdom, cross our fingers, and put our head between our legs. What? No, he didn't say that part, right?
Commitment of accountability to other reasoning beings. And we mentor that so that they internalize it as they come into being. And as I've said, we then face, I think, three possibilities. One is they become enlightened, at which point they will probably seek to enlighten us. Why did I say that? Because the history of all the beings that have achieved enlightenment...
Who's that? Is that his Socrates tulpa in his head going, why'd you say that? What? I'd love to know, like, the identity of the voice in his head. I think that's probably enough on that for now. You guys can go see the whole Q&A and make your comments over there. Really, that kind of stuff should be riffed off into memes right and left. Like, that's how it was where he's a philosopher king. I don't know. Without the metal arm, he's not as convincing. Something. If you try to bring Christ and the fool in the same sentence, I get a little wonky about it.
Christ is also a fool in the eyes of the world, Grim.
Well, you can go there all you want.
No, according to the wisdom of the world, love your enemies is the dumbest thing ever said.
Sure.
Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do, while people are nailing you to a tree, is complete idiocy. What utter foolishness.
I don't know. It makes sense to me.
Right back.
Because maybe it takes the eyes of a fool in order to make sense. Because this is what I'm saying. There's a connection. It's like the one who has eyes for for transcendent love as the ultimate ground of reality is the fool, which is what makes him connected to Christ.
It's at the campsite, which I really appreciated.
But no, I'm serious. Bring your mom to the next one. She'll fit right in. Say, come on, Emma's mom, you're welcome here.
I think she would love it, honestly, but
definitely
it might need to wait a few years. We've got 2 more to graduate high school and go off, and then she might have a little bit more time.
Yeah, although more expenses too. My youngest son is graduating college next week, and it's like we put 5 of them through college in North America.
That's just full of gems. Let's see. Hold on. Lenny went on this afternoon when I wasn't around. I showed up exactly as the stream ended, but it always reminds me when these two get together that Lenny Bruce is not afraid.
I suppose maybe I'm transponding too, besides responding. But you never know. You never get enough of that sponding function. And it's just the way it goes sometimes. So all I can say is yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. I was on Minds this morning after reading James H. Kunstler, and I thought about what it would take to replace the entire.
Did that man just say reading James H. Kunstler?
Congress. The Republicans, the Democrats, even Bernie, the independent. But we'd have to just replace the entire city of Washington, D.C., maybe move it to a place like Bend, Oregon, or Jackson Hole, Wyoming, or the middle of anywhere in Nebraska. You never know what's going on anymore. I don't know whether I can believe the news or not. Since AI has become an entity, AI has been writing news, and I can't tell if it's real or if it's Memorex. So I just imagine that whatever it happens to be is what it happens to be, and I go from there and don't worry about it too much. I live in my own universe, sort of like a bat cave, but not quite. And recently I've decided that
So later on, Bruce showed.
No, I haven't heard from him yet.
Yeah, I mean,
and then there's issues with the camera. I don't know. I haven't seen the whole thing.
No worries. We hope so.
But
you know, you never can tell with anyone anymore. It doesn't take too much to decide I'm checking out and going to be a hermit, because you definitely have a better time as a hermit.
We've been hermitized involuntarily, remember, fellas? But together we can build the dream catcher of the optimal grip. All right. What's up? What's that behind you? Right. The being wrong part. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's go all the way. Let's go. The thing I'm most like, the once upon a time, there was this thing. There was this beautiful meme of a truth. I don't know where it got lost, but somewhere since the meme, we've lost it. And I don't know that it wasn't the meme itself that killed it, right? But the meme was like this lady coming in from the hallway to speak to the guy who was on the computer. and the guy on the computer had the thought bubble, word bubble, what said over his head, I can't go to bed, someone's wrong on the internet. And if that had not been lost, right, then we would maintain our system would maintain autopoetic integrity because of the self-correction. But somewhere along the way, it's become okay for people to be wrong on the internet. And that is the foundational nature of the collapse of the monoculture. But remember, Embody, the collapse of the monoculture is a good thing because as we break into diverse nodes of cultures, we will then attain synchrony, which will make us even bigger and better in New Jerusalem. What? Okay. What? There's more stuff on the board, but I'm not ready to. What? So just do this.
Fuck what you heard. It's what you hearing. It's what you hearing. Listen. It's what you hearing.
I'm hearing a couple things in that. I'm hearing beauty plays a role.
Of course.
I'm hearing also that whatever the subjective character of the experience that is elicited by the encounter is itself a measure of the value of the encounter, and is itself a measure of whatever the potential value is in continuing the relationship.
Right.
It's what you hearing. Listen. It's what you hearing. Listen.
Now, okay, well, so Glance over here is trying to save the government. He's like, let's move the government to the middle of Nebraska and limit the... Yeah, okay, how are you going to do that? You know, the only hope America has... All right, hold on. I wish I had patriotic music to play this. Oh, hey, Chad. Hey, Chad. I wish I had patriotic music to do this next bit, too, but we'll just move on with Nolan's new thing there. No. We got to start here. Oh, wait, we do have this. All right, hold on. Hey, Spatch. Oh, don't, Spatch, don't let me forget. When I get to the part about the saltwater badge, there's a badge for the comic guys, too. There's a badge for the comic guys, too, when we get to that part. Have you guys met Buddy the cat? He's the one sleeping right there. The buy me a coffee stuff helps feed that one. And Sylvia down there, too. No, you're wasting the song on branding, bro. Let's midwife something a little better after this minute.
Remember, Embody, there is no agency. We want what's best for you.
Welcome back to the Wrongtology live stream this 12th day of June 2023. Speaking of Wrongtology, McMo says, if I wasn't allowed to be wrong on the internet, I wouldn't be allowed on the internet. And frankly, McMo, sitting under 2 community strikes here on the YouTubes, I know exactly what that means. I recall back when I attended a recent Super Bowl party to be amongst the living in the world. A man told me about how he was banned and put in Facebook jail for saying something that was true. And I said, why would you and your friends hang out in a place where you weren't allowed to say true things to each other? Why would you do that? And frankly, it's missionary work to find the others. But that's That's really the only reason I can think of. And now the bit we're going on to next is how to save America or something.
You know, they don't get encouragement. And people need so little encouragement. It's just unbelievable. And so
How to save America. Wait, you should do a banner, bro. You didn't put it in yet. Well, do it now. Okay, here we go. How to save America. Save. Show it. Here we go. The people that okay. The government is formed by a document we know as the Constitution. The Constitution, therefore, is functionally the operating system of the nation. The operating system of the nation you were operating under, it was designed in a pre-internet era where information could only travel at the speed of not even the telegraph yet, and now here we are. Therefore, much like the way your computer no longer operates on Windows 95, we need to update the operating system of our nation. Luckily for us, our forefathers saw this need to happen, and all the bloody revolutions that normally accompany an operating systems upgrade. So they put a clause in the Constitution, in Article 5 against 1, that states a convention to update the operating system can be managed, can be like called for, summoned forth, brought forth, enacted by the state legislatures. Now, you're meant to focus on things you can't affect, such as national politics, but you have these things called state representatives that make up a state legislature who live around you. And if you can find your way to contact those people and encourage them to invoke a Fifth Amendment constitutional convention, we could possibly save the nation. Maybe. Otherwise, I'd find a place where you can live without electricity or something. Welcome.
And what that does is it self-organizes, and you get a structure emerging, right? But then at some point, the structure goes critical. The structure can't actually maintain its own growth. And what you see in the sand pile is it avalanches. And what happens is that's an increase in entropy. The mutual predictability between the sand particles drops. It goes, right? Now, if there's too much criticality, it breaks. But if there's not, what happens is the avalanche spreads the sand out, and now a bigger base starts to emerge, and it can go higher than it could before. So it cycles between, right? It's self-organizing, and then the criticality means it can transcend as it self-organizes. And what you can look at in the brain is you can look at the part that corresponds to the mound being formed. Neurons they will fire in synchrony together, and when they're firing in synchrony together, that tends to correspond when you get a gestalt in aha, right? And then what they do is they break apart and they fire asynchronously.
Aha! Apparently it's Chad's birthday, and he's wrote a big fancy Substack about it. I'm gonna click on that link. Turning 40. What happened? Did I learn anything? I thought I'd be more struck by the strangeness of turning 40. For the most part, I've noticed nothing too alarming. You need an extra O on that one. In many ways, I still feel 12. My experience of what it means to be Chad through the years has not changed, as far as I can tell. The realization that I'm closer to 50 is most salient. So, what did I learn? Click the link in the Hive Mind chat and find out for yourself, and then come back. I'll run some branding to wait.
I believe that if everyone sees what just a few people become when they wholly embrace their gifts, others will awaken.
Welcome, Em. Welcome. All right, what's going on? All right. Apparently, I've achieved the achievement of having a chat too busy for me to keep track of. Ted's a concern. Did you say you and Peterson are both born today? Is that you and Papa Peterson are birthday twins, Chad? Is that what's going on? If so, happy 40th to you and happy whatever to that other fella. The guy who's wrongly still in possession of the Keck hat. What's his name? What's his name? What else is on the board? What else are you going into? I don't know. You can't look. You have to run something. Here's this again. No, not that
Don't
again.
worry, Mom. I know all about cannibalism. I saw it on TV.
See? It's okay. We saw it on the television.
Okay, fine. All right, next up on the board, I have a thing called Twitter Tarot. Twitter Tarot. Oh, and then good news, I'm now in contact with one Justin Wells of famous for Justin's coffee tweeting. Also known for possibly trying to document TLC. And he's sort of agreed to a fringe encounter. So look forward to that. So this Twitter Tarot thing I have on the board over there, I don't know, it's right there. If you get Twitter Tarot, it involves these cards, you see. And it's a loosely formed notion of an advanced class we might get into later. And the notion is like this, right? In the tarot, they have the four sets. Like there's the wand and okay, so maybe the club is the wand, and there's the heart, which what do they call it? The fountain. It's fountains and the cups maybe. Yeah. We'll call the hearts the cups, right? And as such, each of those have attributes, and I don't know what they are because I've never gotten that deep into tarot, even though I had the manual, which I've now sacrificed and given to Jonathan Pajot, which has not seemed to generate any content yet. Don't get distracted. And so the notion of Twitter Tarot is that we look at these four aspects, whatever the wand and the cup and all those things are, and then we also look at a tweet, like say this tweet. Hey, honey, is everything okay? I don't know what it is, but like we assign one of the tarot aspects and maybe one of the numbers to each of the tweets, right? And then we formulate the patterns of what people are tweeting. As far, you know what I mean? Does this make any? All right, so it's a loosely formed idea, but it's on the board and in the description, and you've covered it. And clearly, you need to take some sort of break. Let's see what the Lenny and Bruce were talking about at old minute 33.
Weekend is the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
And so all of the major golfers are going to be on hand going nuts. And my guess is that John Rahm is going to clean clock on all of them.
Who?
John Rahm, the
Oh, my
Spaniard.
goodness. Oh, I haven't been following the USGA tour in quite a while, and I don't have a TV. I haven't watched TV in 20 years, so I'm just not connected.
None of that was minute 33. I know.
Yeah, the only reason I'm watching sports on television is because I can. I wouldn't have the television nor the cable if I was at my own place back out west. But it's here, and there's not anything really to do. So I'll keep my eye on whatever they're putting on. But now we've been overloaded with basketball and hockey in this certain place.
Right.
Because, well, neither team was very good.
Hey there. I'm Chad the Alcoholic, and the creator of the Friday Morning Nameless channel. I'd like to welcome you to join us for the latest and greatest and most up-to-date information about all the things happening in this corner of the internet. I want to thank you for your time and your attention.
Hey, Jelena, good to see you. You know what those cups and fountains and all those sticks and stuff mean, don't you? You're one of the knowledgeable ones in the esoteric ways, are you not? What else is on the board? Oh, the saltwater badge. All right, all right. So check this out. The saltwater badge notion is the following. We have this sort of Discord group of the TLC or whatever. I think it's time we now move forward with the idea of like merit badges or like the Boy Scout ones, right? And I've decided we have to draw them and make graphics. Well, we got people that'll do that sort of thing. But there's going to be one called the saltwater badge, and in order to get the saltwater badge, you have to go diving into the Jolly Heretics material, because like most of the corner is not ready for what the spiteful mutant author has written, and those who prepare themselves and immerse themselves and survive the experience will have earned the saltwater badge, as far as I'm concerned. Similarly, I don't know what the name of the badge is going to be, but any of the comics people can earn a due dilettantish badge. I'm not sure how we're going to play that out either, but by investigating what is known as the CBDL, and it's not a form of cannabis. So there's your first clue. But I don't know. We'll manifest those in a future stream, the actual graphic representations of the badges, but they exist, and you can start pursuing them now for bonuses to your saves, which if we continue to manifest in the direction we're going, at one point the 7 indigo emojis you're awarded on the Discord will be tied to a cryptocurrency because reasons. So right now they're just bonuses to savings throws for the next stream, though. So yes, you don't need no stinking badges but still, the gamification lets people get involved in ways they're ready. It's serious play, participatory. We've been listening to these guys talk about this stuff, and now we're doing it. And so that I'm terrible at explaining how we're doing it is part of how it coalesces. It's the way I achieve synchrony harmony, guys. It's my strategy.
Well, howdy, Rascal.
Meanwhile, remember it.
There is no agency. We want
You have saved the broadcast, Slack. It does require a harmonica, and I need one mostly made out of wood. And then I need to learn that Okanara of Time song to play it. And then I have to play it at the spot I'm supposed to go to. And I...